Well, been nearly 2 weeks since an update. Not this clutch of 5 and due in the next day or two, but I'm not holding out much hope. So to bring you up to date, I'm not sure if you remembered, but first pair down here with a hen who had made a nest and hadn't laid for, although she'd made a really good nest and hadn't, but she never laid any eggs. So I took the nest out yesterday and separated those two because they were just not doing anything at all, and I'll keep them in condition and put them back together again, probably hopefully towards the end of the week probably. Then the little clear buff hen who had 2 eggs, not sure if you remember, they were both infertile. So I've split those two up for now. And then the new hen and the older cockbird up here, she had 3 eggs. They were all infertile. I took that nest out this morning. Just cleaned them all out and given them some condition seed. So what we still have is these 5 eggs, which are due next couple of days. But based on so far, I'm not that confident. And then I've got my oldest hen down here who's on 4 eggs with the blue cockbird, and they're due at the weekend. A young blue cock. I'm not actually going to breed with him. He come from another. He was one of the 2 that I brought in, but he's too big, and he hasn't got a very good. He's got a fair head, but he hasn't got a very good shape at all for the Raza. So I won't breed with him because I don't want his genes in my stock line. Nice bird though, and he sings well, but not a breeding bird for my stud. A spare cockbird. He didn't make the team this year. Maybe I should have used him. That's the one of the 2 hens I'm actually most. If I get hardly, I'd prefer to get just a couple of chicks out of that particular hen than a load of chicks out of several of the others. They're pretty quiet at the moment, cockbirds, because I've just cleaned them out, and they've all just had fresh top up of seed and some conditioning seed. And also, this is the first day for a few weeks where it hasn't been just clear skies and sun. We've actually got a bit of cloud cover. So anyway, I'll keep this brief because there's not exactly a lot to report. So far, all infertile eggs, which I did have a sort of inkling was going to happen, because although the birds all came into condition well, I didn't actually see any mating taking place. Now I have had that before with my Razas, and I've had fertile eggs completely, but I never saw the pairs mating, and it's because I think they just did it early morning or late in the evening when I wasn't in the bird room. Unlike the fives, who I'd see mating all the time, or as soon as a cockbird went in with a hen. But anyway, so far so far a bit of a disaster. And as I always prescribe by the first round normally being the best round, that doesn't bode well for the rest of the breeding season. Anyway, we shall try our best to make amends for the second round, and see if the birds cooperate. One of the problems I've got, which I know is a slight problem at the moment with my stud, is my birds are actually they're not that young. I haven't got a young stud, so none of the birds, cocks or the hens. I've got one hen who was last year's bred. That's one of the ones that I brought in, but all the other hens are 2 years and over, and the cockbirds were all over, because last 2 years I haven't bred any birds. So last year I didn't breed anyway, and the year before I had a very bad breeding season, and didn't get many young. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, and then the end of the year, and when the breeding season's finished, and for next year, as I was saying, for next year what I'll do is I'm going to depending what I breed, hopefully, obviously, I will be getting some new blood in and some young bloodlines, and also I'm going to get another line of birds in, possibly Irish. I do fancy the Irish, and as I've said previously, possibly some red poles. They're sort of winning out in the possible birds to buy at the moment for next year. Anyway, as I'm babbling on, I'll update again the end of the week with these 2 nests, and otherwise it's going to be, if I don't get any hatch out of those 2 nests that are left, then it'll be back to square one, and we'll see what happens. See if we can turn it around for the next round. There you go. Anyway, hope your breeding seasons are started off a bit better than mine, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.